Hi everyone, it's Jnwynn with Scraptastic Yarns Podcast. Today is Vlogtober 24th. It's Wednesday, and you know what today is? Today's my normal laundry day. Have a small little rant about the service. I know I've told you in the past about this laundromat. It's a nice laundromat. It's clean on the inside. However, now the attendants are only there from 10 to 4. They're open from 4 to 12. I don't know if I've told you about the problem with the past couple of months. I have had several pieces of clothing that have, even though I've washed them there, dried them there, and I always check the machines to see if there's anything in the machine or any reason, it might have some oily, greasy, full of hair, whatever. But I've been having these spots anywhere from about this size to this size that look like oil slicks. I've tried several times to get them out, can't get them out. When I was first going, I thought, well, I'd changed over to the pods. So I thought maybe it was the pods. I did some research. Yes, there seems to be a problem with oil spots with the pods. So I went back to my normal routine, which was using a liquid that I've used probably 19 years, no issues. I contacted the company, because they're always improving things. And I had asked the company, the consumer portion, if there have been any issues with people complaining of what looks like oil spots, like maybe you were cooking and grease splatters all over it. I cook with an apron, so it's not because of cooking. Now I will say that when I have spots along here, many times I will just justify that as the girls were hungry, because I know food drops on my shirt. However, when they're on the back of the shirt or the bottoms of the shirt, the tail, the sides, that's an issue. So I have tried everything. I've tried every kind of spray, every method to get those out. Nothing has worked. I have a stack of about 20 shirts that have been ruined, that were my shirts that have ruined. With this, my husband's, I hadn't really noticed in his. Now I'm seeing them all over his and mine. I had complained to the laundromat about this. And their solution is that what I need to do is I need to come in, and before I wash my clothes in whatever washer I'm going to use, I need to run it through with hot water, Clorox, and vinegar, and some Dawn detergent, all on my dime. Not happening. I have about, I think, $18 left on my card with this laundromat, and I'm going to name this laundromat. It is Brite, B-R-I-T-E, Laundromat. They have one in Lock Haven area, and they have one in the Williamsport, Pennsylvania area. Steer clear. Their customer service sucks. That's not an adequate answer. Now, I know in the past 2-3 years, we've had a lot more oil and gas people in the area, and more mechanics are using this laundromat to wash their clothes. Like I said, I grew up in New Mexico. I lived in Texas. Most of those laundromats have 1 or 2 machines that they ask those people to wash those clothes in those machines only. I have suggested that 4 times to them, as well as the owner. They're not going to do that. They're not even going to attempt to address the issue other than it is my problem. I've never had that with any other laundromat I've used. I've used one down the street that's cheaper than them. But I continued to stay with this one because They offer nice amenities like coffee. It's fairly clean. Don't care anymore. Going back down the street where it's cheaper. The attendant is very attentive down there. When I come up with an issue like that, in the past, they've looked into it. They've looked into research to see if machines are, if they're having issues across the country with these machines doing this. Because as you know, when the bearings start going out on washing machines, many times they will give off those oil splotches. So I'm not happy with this company. We have contacted a lawyer. The lawyer has informed me that, and we have 37 people on the list now that are willing to go with this, that if we can get 13 more people, we can file a class action lawsuit against this laundromat. My biggest problem was, I have reported this over the year. I cannot afford to have one shirt every week that is completely ruined because of that type of behavior. Because of a machine that either the machine is not working properly, or because they allow everybody to put oily, greasy items in there, it's going to ruin my clothes. The other laundromat, a lot of the fellows do not do that. They usually set and use the heavy-duty machines that are towards the back because they know it'll get their items clean. I went there for years till this one opened up. And of course, part of the reason that I went with this one that opened up is I didn't have to carry quarters. They use a card system. I'm over it. Rant over. I've continued to do the turkey hats. We are now going to add a new hat into the mix. And it's going to start with a base of white. And Yarn Joy Podcast did a YouTube video on this. I think she's doing it right now. Maybe it's the polar bear she's doing right now. It's the panda. We're going to do some panda. One of the gals that we've trained that doesn't do any other crafts, she does make our pom-poms for us. I have given her a small ball of black to start making pom-poms. We checked the pom-poms that she'd made. She made me one right there. It's perfect size for the ears. So I'll finish off the decorations from the front. And then we'll be making some more pandas. We're also looking at doing the polar bears. And we're thinking about doing reindeer for Christmas season. Now here's the problem. So we're brainstorming. You could use the pom-poms that you get, in the craft stores to sew on for eyes for the reindeer, and then a red nose. Sew that onto the hat, reindeer. One of the girls looks at me, she goes, somebody's going to have to make antlers. Looking straight at me. Yes, Vivian, I'm talking to you. I don't mind doing that. I'm having a lot of fun with these hats. It's fun to see how we can come up with different decorations. Different things to do, those kind of things with them. It's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy making the baby hats. But the biggest thing that I enjoy is when you take them into the birthing center. Can't remember if it's called the birthing place or birthing center. The way that the nurses, they get so excited when they see those hats, and they're always telling me that the parents absolutely adore those hats, love them. So we are having a blast making these hats. It's just been fun. Let's see. I've got to get some more quilts made. I'm doing that tomorrow and Sunday. Not Friday as in the 26th, but the following Friday. The photographers are coming to take pictures. We're taking those into the infant development program that's down at Head Start at the other community center. So we're going to be getting those all ready so that they can go out to them. We have a lot of fun with the quilting group doing that. And we kind of call Betty our leader. She is the one who actually started this quilting group at the fire hall. And she makes tremendous amounts of quilts. She is the lady that made the quilt that I won. And I always look to her for, sage advice if there's something I'm having a problem with. She was teasing me. She goes, you need to get to work. You need to get those quilts done. I have quite a few upstairs that I need to finish. And mostly they need to be put together, quilted, and then a binding put on. And then I've got 2 cheater quilts that just need binding put on. Got the binding cut. I just haven't sewn it on. And I don't do like Betty does. Betty hand sews. She'll sew the front on with the machine, but then she hand sews the back on. I do not do that. I machine sew mine on. Speed, people, speed. So we're having a lot of fun with that. But I am going to, at the very end, I'm going to put a picture up of a dress that one of the ladies that was there that day, today, that you'll see the oil slick, and you'll see what I mean. These aren't tiny little things for this laundromat. So I'm going to put that picture at the end. Other than that, I think that's about it today. I've continued to work on the knitting, in the evenings, trying to stay awake. I don't know what it is this week. I just want to take a nap. So, I'm trying to fight that off. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow. And maybe I'll have a quilt or 2 to show you. I sure hope so. All right, bye. Remember, choose to be kind. I did remember something else I wanted to tell you. Um, at the very end here, you're also going to see a little video of how hard I'm working on that embroidery. Mostly it's the machine. The most that we do is we hoop it, change the threads, choose fabrics to go in where the applique is at. But at least you'll kind of get a clue as to, how strenuous a day it was yesterday. Okay, folks, see you again tomorrow. Bye.